Happy St. Patty's Day.
Oh, this is
Shiver
my
me
favorite.
timbers, mate.
Yes.
Hold it. St. Patrick's Day.
Shiver me timbers,
Shiver me
mate.
timbers, mate.
Ernie.
It's like a pirate speaking in Australia.
You question me, O'Neal?
Yes.
Irish. I know what I'm talking about.
Oh, my bad. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet O. Smith, and Shaquille O'Neal. Mick Smith. Moments away, it'll be the Chicago Bulls going up against the Sacramento Kings here in their house, Golden One Center. For the Kings, they come in off the loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia. This is a season I'm sure they're anxious to put behind them, and it probably can't end soon enough. As of now, they have the worst record in the NBA. One young gun we'll see tonight, Marvin Bagley. Cut in the mold of the modern age big man, can put the ball on the floor and score in a variety of ways, Ken.
And he competes. I love a guy who loves a challenge. He accepts his responsibility and becomes a really good primary scorer for his team.
You know, it gives you a lot of different looks. With a little more polish and strength, he could be a major factor in this league.
And with that, it is just about time for the tip. We'll see you right back here for halftime.
We hope you're wearing the green today on this special presentation of the NBA on St. Patrick's Day. With David Aldridge on our sideline, and here with me, Greg Anthony and Steve Smith, this is Kevin Harlan. Sacramento Kings here at home in an interconference matchup. Should be a good one. They beat the Bulls during their last encounter in Chicago.
And the last time they faced this club, rebounding was their big advantage.
And with pregame routines coming to an end, we're just about ready for our tip-off. First, though, let's get a report from the sideline and say hello to David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Warriors are the ultimate super team, and their presence has set off an arms race. Now, for those teams in the middle of the pack, a Cinderella run has never been more of a long shot. The question becomes, when is pretty good not nearly good enough for both fans and ownership? Back to you.
Well, DA hitting the reset button can be a painful process.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready?
And it's going to be the Bulls off the tip. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Dunn and Levine are the guard set. Bobby Porter's out there with Jimmy Butler. And it's Carter in at the 5, roaming the paint. Dunn against Young. Shot clock at 5. Dunn dishes to Butler. He's off on that one. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. To the middle. It's stolen by Carter. Oh, and a fast break for the Bulls. Levine with the ball. 2 points. That one goes.
When they go up-tempo and push the action, they are speaking Zach LaVine's language.
Hield with it. Now defended by Levine. Hield kicks to Henson. Down against Young. Nailed from three-point land.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
And for Trae Young, it's a little unfair that he's already being compared to Steph Curry.
Scouts are always going to look for comparisons. And I'm not saying Young is Curry, but many of the strengths and weaknesses are similar. The size and athleticism, the insane range, and both have that it factor.
On the wing, Hield. Guarded by Levine. Hield, the pass to Bagley. And the foul on Wendell Carter. That's his first foul. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Passes it to Hield. Unloads. Misses off the right iron.
He likes to work that in-between area, upset with himself that he couldn't connect.
Young against Dunn. Outside Butler. 6 to shoot. Now on the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
Explosive athlete. The tenacity of Jimmy Butler. Too much to contend with.
Young taking his time here. Basket good.
And that's what you like to see right there. A solid move to give himself some room and take it inside.
LaVine finds Portis. Lobs it up for LaVine. And LaVine throws it down.
This is why LaVine's a fan favorite. Plays with an exciting, flashy style.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Cover heaven, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Now, here is Young. He has 5. High post try. It's rebounded by Portis. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Chicago. Here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
Give him a lane to the hoop, and you know what you risk? Jimmy Butler throwing it down.
So the Bulls, the last game, a win against Los Angeles.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Especially on the road. You're hoping for any extra contribution. But for a couple of stretches, there, the backups control the game.
Al LaVine, after the missed 3 from Trae Young. Now here's LaVine. D right on him. It's deflected.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooting. Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Now here's Dunn. 11 points for him in that last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous.
Now, here is Young. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. Healed with it. Now defended by LaVine. Young against Butler. Shots good from Young. Young's got 7 points.
He's been locked in all quarter, really finding his rhythm.
LaVine kicks to Carter. Outside Portis. Butler on the wing. In the corner, it's LaVine. Overhealed. And again, no good by Chicago.
And I'll tell you, the sooner this quarter can end, the happier he'll be. It's been tough making shots.
Young dishes to Henson. Bagley with the ball. Working on Portis. Here's Hield. Rebound by the Bulls. Here's LaVine. He has been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. And that one is good.
And you like to see this from LaVine, attacking in the paint with confidence.
Here's Young after the made shot from Zach LaVine. So the Kings call timeout. They're first. Lopez is checked in for Chicago. Lawson comes in for Chris Dunn. Let's now take this time to run down the rookies with the highest rate of steals in the season's second half. The 4th spot held by Marvin Bagley.
His steal rate in the second half of the season shows that he's figuring out the league, so they better learn to look out for him.
Hield outside. And the pass to Young. Bangs home the trifecta.
This shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Lawson the pass to Butler. Pulls up. Score the basket, his 3rd after 5 shots.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Young against Lawson. Shot's good from Young. Young's got 12 points in the game. There's a real art, isn't there, Steve, to drawing charges? Who are some of the best at doing that you see now on a game-to-game basis?
You know, DeMarcus Cousins stands out because he's a center. You're used to seeing centers block shots.
Right.
But he can get in position and take charges. Draymond Green loves to take charges. Kemba Walker does it from the point guard position. Marcus Smart, Patrick Beverly. Those are some of the names, and the list goes on and on.
And those guys are tough guys, too. They have a toughness, grit factor about it.
Yeah, you got to have that, Kevin, if you're going to bounce your head off the floor.
On defense, Chicago, following the basket by Trae Young. And there's the foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. It's stolen by Lawson.
I'll tell you what, terrific anticipation defensively. Tracked it all the way. That pass had no chance.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. The Kings have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Pass to Hield. Now here's Bagley, defended by Carter. Back to Hield. A three ball. Drains it from beyond the arc. He's got 6.
I mean, defensively, you have to close out harder than that.
Young against Lawson. Carter at the elbow. Pass to Butler. Sinks that one from the post.
This is where Jimmy Butler really does his best work, when he can use his length and strength to full advantage.
Inside, Robinson. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Lawson kicks to Carter. And there's the feed to Levine. Out left to the wing. Butler on the wing. Covered by Hield. Just 3 to shoot. And it's Butler missing.
I mean, the mid-range jump shot, a lot of guys have a hard time knocking it down.
Passes to Hield. Young in the corner.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Lawson against Young. Shoots from 12. No good from Lawson. Kings leading now by 4. To the inside. And finished off by Bagley.
And how about the leaping ability of Bagley? He gets off the ground with ease. That instant response. Don't try to throw down on his. It just gets them fired up.
And that's the result. They launch an assault coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
And, you know, this can happen on the road. You're out defending guys who have just gotten into a comfort zone playing at home.
Well, you have to have an aggressive mindset, and you have to try to disrupt their rhythm.
Here. Henson's checked in for Robinson. Harry Giles comes in for Bagley. Allen's checked in for Hield. And Farrell's subbed in for Young. Here's Farrell. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Philadelphia. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That is his first foul of the game. Sacramento foul. Steve, there's plenty of discussion that the NBA has become less physical and more over-officiated. What's What's your opinion on letting guys play a little bit more?
You know, I think, Kevin, is freedom of movement, and I think when you took out hand checking and obviously arm bar checking and down in the post, it's hard to guard some of these fantastic players with their skill set and obviously with their athleticism. A guy dribbling at you at 100 miles per hour, how do you get your balance without touching him? And I think that's where you start to see a lot of the fouls called. And a lot of fans are looking back in the day saying, oh, that wasn't a foul, but I think under the rules, the referees have to call these plays because there's no hand checking.
And he sinks the second. Bulls trail by 5. Dunn outside. There's the pass to Cornette. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 3 assists in the game. Sacramento's gone 4 of 6 from long range here early on. Farrell kicks to Henson. DiVincenzo guarded by Holiday. 5 to shoot. Baseline J on the way. Kicks it out to Allen. In the corner, Farrell. Poked away and stolen by Dunn. To the paint. Here's Hutchison. It's good. This game is all even.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
And so Allen will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Pass to Farrell. Back to Allen. Clock at 6. Knocked away. In transition, here come the Bulls. And here we go. Dunn passes to Hutchison. 1:12 left to play in the first quarter. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
That was against good defense. He tried to sneak it in, though. We've seen him do it plenty of times.
Top of the key, Dunn. Here's Cornette. Pass to Hutchison. Dunn outside. Passes it to Hutchison. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Farrell kicks to Henson. Down low to stop the run. Goes back up. Kicks it out to Allen. The pass to Giles. Sacramento needs to get off a shot. Drains the three-pointer. Farrell's got the game tied up here for Sacramento.
Well, early on, neither team put much emphasis on the defensive side.
No doubt.
That one, no good. Back to the action after this word. Robin Lopez talks about the importance of being the anchor on the defensive end.
That's something I relish. It's something unique. It's something to take pride in, that you have all your teammates back on the defensive end, and when it gets down to it, you're kind of that last line of defense. And obviously, defense is a team-oriented ideal, but there's something fun about that. I think there's something competitive about that.
And Greg, that's why his teammates love him.
Absolutely. You can tell Lopez really wants to make an impact on defense on every possession.
And welcome back as we continue our St. Paddy's Day broadcast. And when you consider how the Kings are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, I mean, they just got hot early from beyond the arc, and we'll just have to wait and see if they can keep that going.
They also want to be unpredictable. Mix up the play calling. Keep the defense guessing.
We've got Allen. Robinson is out there with Giles, and it's Farrell in at the point guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. And Chicago shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Lawson kicks to Cornette. Lawson outside. Back to Holiday. Pass to Lopez. To the left wing. Here's Hutchison. Poke loose.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Farrell passes to Allen. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. Farrell looking around. Right side Robinson. Buries it down low. Robinson's got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for Sacramento. And Yogi Ferrell, the undrafted Indiana product, went undrafted after staying all 4 years in Bloomington, but he has shown, Greg, to be a very strong player.
Yeah, and Ferrell is the perfect example of why you give a 4-year player a chance. Knows how to make the most of his time on the floor. I think he could start for a team, maybe be the 6th man, lead the second unit, play off the guard. He is just such a versatile player.
Sacramento with the ball. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Allen outside. Puts it up. Off the left rim and out.
He got a good look from the mid-range area. He needs to shoot this one with more confidence.
And Holiday kicks to Lawson. Pass to Hutchison. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Passes it to Farrell. And here we go with Lawson running it right up the court. So they take the lead. And the Bulls lead by 2. And here's Farrell. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Back to Robinson. Lopez with the block.
And that is the length of Robin Lopez on display.
Sacramento shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. You know, Steve, in the NBA, you know exactly how much your peers are making. Do contract numbers ever bring out animosity between players?
Yes, they do, Kevin. I mean,
really?
When you look at some guys, you see those guys starting to say, I'm putting up better stats than him, but he's making more money. And then it will become the elephant in the room when the guys start to talk about it. They start not passing to each other. Yes, guys do know exactly what other players make, and sometimes there can become some animosity between the two.
Oh, that's fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
Sacramento shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here. free throw, good. Allen. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Hutchison. He had 13 points in the win against the Clippers. That one goes. Count it. Hutchinson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they're leaning on the mid-range right now. That's 6 of their last 10 from that area.
Allen left side. DiVincenzo. And the shot is long.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
To the right side. Lawson kicks to Cornette. 6 to shoot. And the pass to Hutchison. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time. Hutchinson's got 9.
His temperature is rising. I mean, it is rising.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
And coach most likely wants to address their turnover issues. The offense looks forced right now, rushed. There's no synergy to it. They have to find a way to work together and remain aggressive without making mistakes.
A platoon swap here for Sacramento. So for the Bulls. It's Young on the wing. Kicks it to Bagley. 5 to shoot. And the layup's good off the glass. Bagley's got his second bucket of the night.
Got to push Bagley out of the paint. Once he's close to the rim, he is locked in on scoring.
Here's Dunn. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Tipped away. One-on-one fast break. And it's Butler missing. Sacramento's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Levine against Hield. Back to Caldwell Pope. Just 5 on the clock. Young outside. Nailed from three-point land.
This is what the crowd comes to see. Young has that it factor.
Levine against Hield. Levine kicks to Dunn. From downtown. And the Bulls with another miss.
You know what I'll tell you? He's got nothing here in the second quarter after just one made shot in the first.
Young's shot is off. Bulls trail by 4. Now Butler. He had 27 points last game. Dunn with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Caldwell Pope against Butler. Drops it in from 14 feet away. Butler's got 10 points in the game.
When Butler's not challenging at the rim, this is the next best thing. Does a lot of his damage from the mid-range.
Now here's Hield. He has 6. Nice D from Levine. Now Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Butler finds Portis. On the wing, Levine. The shot, got a piece of it. Caldwell Pope with a wide open look. Sacramento again missing. Chicago's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Outside, Levine. Pass to Portis. Dunn looking over the floor. Over Young. Dunn misses. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. Passes to Henson. Inside. And slam dunk by Henson.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Now, here is Young. He's got 15. Dishes to Bagley. Back to Young. Butler against Caldwell Pope. He kicks to Heel. Clock at 4. From deep three-point range. A shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Bulls trail by 4. Butler from outside. And Henson pulls it down. Henson's got 5 rebounds tonight. Young up top. Dunn covering. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, terrific effort there by Young. Really all night. The defense has tried to make adjustments, but he's just stayed one step ahead of them. And I'll tell you, Trae Young, go big or go home. Always gives you 100%, as competitive as they come. And the young fella wants to win so badly. Sometimes that emotion really comes out.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And so here's Sacramento. Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Dunn. The pass to Butler. Over Caldwell Pope. Count that one, and the Kings' lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Jimmy Butler. And you know, Greg, it's amazing the impact Young makes, especially, of course, on the offensive end.
High-level shot maker, a threat the moment he crosses half court. Instinctive playmaker, just needs to play more within himself and avoid over-dribbling.
And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Kings.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
Now here's Levine. 8 points for him. Bucket is good. Now just a 2-point Kings lead.
You see Levine's filled out his frame, shakes off contact, and completes the play.
Heel kicks to Young. Pass to Bagley. Young, right side, hands it from downtown.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Young against Dunn. Now here's Butler. Defense is right there. And it's Chicago scoring again.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Hield against Levine. Hield kicks to Young. Back to Hield. And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second foul. You don't want to pick up his 3rd in this half. We'll see if they'll make a substitution or not.
There's 39 seconds left to play here in the half. Pass to Henson. 6 to shoot. Caldwell Pope finds Henson. Carter with it. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Clippers. And here is Dunn. We've got 13 seconds left in the first half. Back to Butler. Over Caldwell Pope. And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Butler.
Never to back down. A hand in his face. Jimmy Butler embracing the challenge.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And Kentavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
Oh, man, that is important, man. We got to keep them off the glass. We can't get them second shot, and we got offensive rebounds as well. Get us some second chance at the basket. Just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. This home crowd is elated about what they've seen so far. I'm Ernie Johnson. That's Shaquille O'Neal. That's Kenny Smith. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He had 20 points and 1 steal. After missing last game, it was clearly evident he wanted to make his mark tonight. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
Well, they were consistent from downtown. The playmakers found open shooters, and the shooters delivered and knocked down shots on a high level. In some ways, it came down to confidence. We'll see if they have that same swagger in the second half.
And Shaq, what'd you think about Chicago?
I think they let the game come to them, but they haven't got to the foul line enough, Ernie. That's an area where they're getting beat. I like to see them press to action a little bit more.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
Welcome back to Sacramento. A great look from above with the dome of the state capitol building visible there in the distance. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
What I love watching is they are working for high percentage looks and cashing in when they get them.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And so Young will bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. It's a one-point game. So the Bulls 5 right now. Dunn and Levine are the guard set. Bobby Portis out there with Carter. And it's Butler in at the 3 spot. Levine wide open. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Sacramento's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Dunn against Young. Over in the corner, Caldwell-Pope. Over Butler. Shot by Caldwell-Pope, no good. Chicago has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Dunn against Young. Dunn passes to Butler for the lead. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Jimmy Butler is really forcing the issue, leaving the defense no choice but to foul him.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead.
What you have with Jimmy Butler is a guy who can guard 1 through 4, and sometimes even the 5.
Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
And this is what we've come to expect from him. This type of consistency from the line.
Levine against Hield. Stolen by Levine. Feeds it to Butler. That's good, and it's Levine with the assist. Butler's got the lead up to 3 now for the Bulls.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Back to Young. Takes it to Bagley. 5 on the clock. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Bagley's got his third basket of the night.
And he's just an attacking player. A guy who doesn't mind a little contact. Bagley there with a strong finish.
Butler against Caldwell Pope. And that one is good. Butler's got 22.
You can see right now the defense running out of ideas. They cannot seem to slow him down.
Dunn against Young. Now here's Hield. Tight defense on him. He feeds it to Bagley. Pulls it from the elbow. Tipped away. And here's the fast break. Dunn leading the way over Young. Offensive rebound. Levine can't hit.
And on some plays, everything goes your way except for the finish.
Hield kicks to Caldwell Pope. Out of bounds. Sacramento will take possession. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. We take a look at the Warriors. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And of course, Sacramento, they're looking to turn it around down at the bottom of the conference now.
And I think for Sacramento, they're going to stumble towards the finish line this season with the playoffs nowhere near a possibility.
All the talk around them now is already about what's going to take place in the offseason. Who's going to go? Who's going to stay? I'd be surprised if they don't have a much different look next year.
Red ball movement here by the Kings.
You know, coming out of the half, you want to set the tone for the rest of the game. But going 1 for 4 is the wrong way to do it.
Now here's Levine. 10 points for him. Here's Butler. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Bagley's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done.
You know, when Marvin Bagley entered the league, there were some questions as to which position would he play. But the versatility he brings is special. He can guard a number of positions, score inside and out, and he is a tremendous rebounder.
And here is Portis. Following the three-pointer by Trae Young. Oats it up for Butler, and slam dunk by Butler. And the Bulls lead by 2.
Tonight, Butler's been ferocious, got into a rhythm early, and has been able to sustain that effort.
And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Hat. Dunn's shot's good. Dunn's got 5 now. Sacramento with the ball. Here's Young. He's got 23. Hield attacking. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
And he makes the little adjustment just as he goes to lay it in.
Greg, as we know, Buddy Hield, a Wooden Award winner at Oklahoma.
I mean, he grew from nothing, his words, in the Bahamas. And his first hoop of crate he nailed to some plywood. Couldn't even afford the nails. Had to find those. So from there to here, what an incredible journey.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Chicago leading. Dunn up top, defended by Young. Levine dishes to Dunn. Levine feeling it out a bit. 5 to shoot, and Buddy Hield is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Portis. Dunn against Young. Shot clock at 5. Dunn passes to Portis. Outside Butler. There's the 3. The rebound by Young.
And boy, have they been hitting the backboard in this game or what? Kind of surprising. It's such a tight game.
Hield with it. Now defended by Levine. Bulls have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Here's Butler. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
A moment here to see the stats for Butler. Since the All-Star break, he has been superb. 10th in steals, and he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Free throw, good Butler. So for the Bulls. Lopez comes in for Carter. And it's Lawson in for Dunn. And so Butler nails both of them.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Now here's Hield. 9 points in the game so far. No good that time. Nice D from Levine. The Bulls leading by 3. Lawson surveying the D. Passes it to Levine. Over Hield. And that one hits back iron.
Just hasn't had his night, but his teammates are picking up the slack.
DiVincenzo drops one in from the wing.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Chicago's gone 3 of 7 tonight from 3-point territory. Lawson finds Lopez. Now Levine. He's got 10. 11 feet away. Bagley with the rebound. Bagley's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And there's the pass to Young.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Stolen by Robinson. Hield attacking. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking. And more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Levine kicks to Lawson. Right side, Portis. Over Bagley. Portis can't get it to go. The Kings trailing. Young, right side. On the wing, Hield. Young outside. 5 to shoot.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
And there's Levine on the assist by Lawson. 12 points for Zach Levine.
Such great balance and rhythm on this shot. Zach Levine making it look easy.
Down low, here's Bagley. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
And for the Bulls, they're shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Now here's Lopez. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
Great look there from Robin Lopez. Rare to see a big man with that kind of playmaking ability.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Young kicks to Hield. Back to Young.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team.
The Kings trail by 3. Inside, DiVincenzo. And he makes that one. 5 points in the game.
Sharing the basketball. Plenty of guys talk about it, but not everyone does it.
Hield against Levine. Puts it up from 12. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. They get a hand on it. Young against Lawson. It's Young on the wing. 23 points in the game. Yes, that goes in.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Yeah, they're going to have to find a way to run him off his spots out there. He is rolling.
Big group substitution here for Sacramento. Henson checked in for Robinson. Giles comes in for Bagley. Allen's checked in for Buddy Hield. And Yogi Ferrell subbed in for Young. Pass to Cornette. And Holiday kicks to Cornette. Back to Holiday. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dunn passes to Hutchison over Allen. Hutchison's shot is off. Sacramento's gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. DiVincenzo, guarded by Holiday. Dunn outside. Pass to Hutchison. Back to Dunn. He kicks it to Holiday. Passes it to Hutchison. It's good. The assist that time from Holiday. Holiday's got 3 assists tonight. As we approach the fourth quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
Here's Ferrell. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. DiVincenzo. It's hauled in by Cornette.
One could argue that's a good shot, but maybe not the right shooter to take it.
And the basket by Hutchison.
This is what your spacing is designed to do. Find cracks in the defense.
The pass to Ferrell. Here's Giles. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Dunn outside. It's Chicago with another bucket.
One of the stronger point guards we have, Chris Dunn, often does his best work in the paint.
DiVincenzo, guarded by Holiday. Here's Hutchison. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Here's Ferrell, kicks to Henson. Jacks up a 3. That shot misses. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. And we've reached the end of the third. Bulls lead by 4. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
So many good point guards in this league. So much responsibility comes with that position. That was a smart play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. The Bulls leading by 4. Our fourth quarter action underway, presented by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups. On the court right now for the Kings, Allen is out there with Giles. Then it's Robinson, and it's Ferrell. In at the point, here's Allen. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Pass to Farrell. Shot clock at 5. Fires, high post. Doesn't go for him.
He got a good look from the mid-range area. He needs to shoot this one with more confidence.
It's stolen by Allen. Here's Farrell. Lawson defending. Count that one.
Letting things come to him.
Just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Outside Holiday. Let's go. They get it back. Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
You love the way Robin Lopez just goes after those missed shots. That's where he can do damage.
A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. To the middle, and he slams it one-handed.
And, you know, that's an example of how many plays we have in a game for which there's no stat. A monster dunk coming off just a terrific pick play.
Greg, you're right. It really did work to perfection. Gave him all the room he needed for the flush.
That's what happens when you get an excellent screen like that. He had plenty of space to slash right toward the basket.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
And that one misses. Chicago leading by 4. Here's Holiday. That one falls, coming off Lawson's feet. Lawson's got 3 assists in the game. The Kings have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Farrell kicks to Robinson. Knocks it loose, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lawson. Shot clock at 6. Rebound by the Bulls. Lopez has got 6 rebounds now in the game. To the inside. Reverses. And it's laid up and in by Lawson. And the Bulls lead by 8.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Farrell passes to Robinson. DiVincenzo. Lawson defending. Holiday finds Lawson. To the middle. Here's Hutchison. Trying to get open as Lopez. And the basket by Hutchison. And now a 10-point Bulls lead. And so Sacramento again turning it over. Here's a look at what's coming up now for the Sacramento Kings. On Tuesday, they'll host the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Thursday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Dallas Mavericks.
And that game against the Lakers, not going to be an easy one for them. We know about the struggles they've had of late, and having to deal with the back end of the back-to-back is never fun.
Now, here is Lawson. Lopez inside. Robinson.
When Lopez gets in that close, it's tough to stop him from slamming it home.
Here's Farrell. Lawson defending. Farrell kicks to Allen. Poked away. And now Lawson pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Man, he runs the floor with a purpose that time. Excellent play.
You know what? And a late reaction by the transition D takes it himself uncontested.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, but in the first half, he was just purely flawless as a ball securer. But that certainly hasn't been the case here in the second half.
Here's Chicago. They're on a 14-4 run right now. Pass to Lopez. Over Robinson. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Allen inside. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Oh, guys, that's an impressive spin move there. Didn't think he had a handle like that.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group.
Shooting just one.
One shot, gentlemen.
Allen, no good on the free throw. When you look around the NBA, are there any small issues you think could grow into bigger issues, Steve, going forward?
Well, I think the one issue right now is what are teams doing at the end of the year versus trying to stay competitive and win games or trying to look possibly down in the NBA draft lottery.
Right.
I think that's one of those problems that we have to address. I think also small market, I don't think that's much of a problem if you have organizations in the forefront. Winning is in the forefront. I don't think whether it's small market or big market, guys do look at that as far as endorsements, but I don't think that'll be a problem.
Now Portis after the missed three from Trae Young. Just 5 on the clock. Dunn, wide open, he fires, but they recover it. Stolen by Caldwell Pope, and here they come. Knocked away. Allen kicks to Caldwell Pope. Young outside. 6 on the shot clock. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. And so Levine will bring it up now for Chicago. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Count it.
Perfect play to run there to get a clean look.
The Kings trail by 14. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Great D that time from Portis. Now the Bulls with it. They're on a 16-6 run. And that one's good by Butler.
Nice job by Butler. Really worked on the catch-and-shoot jump shot, getting it off a little bit quicker.
Now here's Allen. Young outside. Caldwell Pope for 3. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. The Bulls leading by 16. Butler with the ball over Caldwell Pope. Another one falls for Chicago.
And the point differential tells the story. Their two-way play has been outstanding.
You know, it's a matter of effort plus talent. You need both to dominate this way.
Now here's Allen. And here's Young. Just 5 on the clock.
I don't know what's happened to him in this second half, but he's been terrible from deep.
From 15 feet away, Portis. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Already with a lot of muscle packed onto his frame, Bobby Portis able to finish through contact.
We know a lot of NBA players take how they've been rated in a video game, Steve, personal. You've made digital appearances during your career. Did you ever have any issues with the rating?
No, I didn't. And I think now these players grew up in this generation with video games. So, yes, they take it personally. They understand, and they're playing these games while they're in the NBA. So a lot of them, just like when the media is all over them, they want to have a say-so on how good they are, even in a video game.
Now here's Caldwell Pope to end the run. It's rebounded by Portis. Portis has got 6 rebounds in the game.
He's been scoreless for a while now. They're still trailing here. They might want to move to some other options offensively.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Portis brings the double team. And it's Bagley that time on the assist from Young. 10 points for Marvin Bagley.
You just can't leave anyone open around Young. He's very capable of spotting his uncovered teammates.
Butler against Caldwell Pope. And it's Butler missing. The Kings trail by 21. To the inside. Young. It's deflected.
His lack of consistency with his shot tonight has held him back.
Takes the 13-footer. It's good. 34 points for Butler.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
Hield against Levine. Hield dishes to Young. We hear the term empty stats every once in a while, Steve, usually referring to great production on a bad team. How valid do you think that theory is?
It is. A lot of guys you see are averaging, these numbers, and players look around, and the players you're saying, unfortunately for him, those numbers are empty stats because there are a lot of times these numbers are found in when the game is decided, and a lot of times on bad teams you see these guys going for numbers. Then you get a chance to see them play on good teams, and those stats just don't match up.
Good explanation. And Smitty, hyper-athletic guards like Chris Dunn, until they get to the NBA, they often don't really need a perimeter shot.
Yeah, you're right, Kevin, but he's making strides with that shot. He's tweaked his form a little bit, used to shoot more from his chest. He's getting that set point up a little higher.
That one is off.
Just a bright, young, offensive talent. Young isn't shy about forcing the action. Takes a lot of trips to the line.
Sacramento making a switch here. Henson's checked in. Good on the second free throw. Now done. Pass to Portis. Outside, Levine. Wants to get it to Butler and does. Makes it off the glass. Butler's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
He's been making plays all quarter on a terrific hot streak, helping to build out this lead.
Timeout called by the Kings.
And look, you never want to see a team gut you this way. Really a good timeout.
Some of this is just a matter of toughness, a willingness to play physical inside, something we're not seeing.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game.
This has been a jaw dropper. It must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Well, to come in here facing a hostile crowd and have a game like he's had, that's what separates the good players from the great players. Now, here is Young. Henson the pass to Bagley. Back to Henson. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Outside Butler. Over to the wing. Down against Young. And the pass to Levine. And here is Butler. From deep. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Hield's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. Young left side. Up top, Henson. Here's Hield. The shot's good.
And you have to like the location of this pass. Gives it to him where he can do something with it.
Young against Dunn. Now here's Levine. He's covered closely. And Henson sends it back. Carter with the bucket. 1:44 left in the fourth quarter. Hield against Levine. Hield right side. The dish to Young. Hield against Levine. From 15 feet away, Hield with the bucket.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Bulls.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability?
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so checking out the record for these guys tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
No doubt they came in very motivated to win this one and finish the season series at a game apiece.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Butler.
You know, as the game tonight evolved, he really put the team on his back. He was aggressive, effective, and the defense, they weren't able to adjust.
Stolen by Caldwell Pope. We've got 33 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Hield kicks to Bagley. The shot, no good. And it's Chicago the other way. And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
It's stolen by Bagley. Here's Young. Now here's Bagley. To the paint and finished off by Bagley.
Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and offensively.
Terrific defensive instincts to come away with that one, and he showed no hesitation in how he completed that transition opportunity.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Jimmy, how confident are you that you guys can build on this win and keep the momentum going?
Very confident. Like I said, we got a great group of guys. We play together, play hard. We can win.
I know you'll like to keep that going as we go on in the season. Thank you for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that about wraps it up. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.